It's dry and hot, and that could mean more wildfires in central Texas. Tonight, we're digging into the shortcomings when it comes to protecting our area from future fires. Good evening. That is where we begin tonight, just a few weeks away from the one-year anniversary of the Bastrop fires. And the state says Central Texas is still missing what's perhaps the best weapon against wildfires: burn managers. Those managers are people who are certified to use controlled burns to eliminate the risk for wildfires. Last year, there were 50 times more wildfires rather, than burn managers. Our Josh Hinkle traveled to West Texas, where crews are trying to increase the number of people who fight fire with fire.
We're going to take this really slow today so everybody can kind of watch.
Just south of Sonora, in the driest 100-degree heat.
Okay, you guys watching over here real good, right?
This group is intentionally starting a fire. It's called a prescribed burn.
It'll be part of the fuel source.
And here at the Academy for Ranch Management, it's all part of a day's lesson.
I'm trying to get as much education as possible so that I can apply it to the property that I manage.
Adam Yinsky runs a ranch near Bandera, where wildfires have come close.
Neighbors come, their fires come up to the fence line or near our fence line.
Today, he's in charge of the drip torch.
It gets a little warm. If you're used to it, it doesn't bother you too bad.
Lighting brush ablaze to burn away the main fuel for a wildfire.
Well, after this past year is burned off here, it's going to be, another barrier. So when we've got widespread wildfires coming through, and if this guy's on fire, we'll know that this pasture has been burned off already, and it's got fresh green grass, and it will act as a burn break for these wildfires.
But a prescribed burn goes far beyond the fire.
Watch for any little puff of smoke.
You've got the flappers.
Go ahead and blow that out.
The people stomping out any stray flames. You've got the backpackers wetting the ground to stop the spread.
Go ahead and get on your four-wheeler and just keep circling back and forth.
And those circling the site to watch for other outbreaks.
We're going to try to get this corner burned off.
Crews are starting here and going across these 7 acres. Something this big with so many people working on it really does require someone in charge. It's what these guys call the burn boss. But finding someone like that in Central Texas is a little tough.
There are only 5 total, 2 commercial in Kerrville and Center Point, and 3 private in Austin, Marble Falls, and Fredericksburg. Bastrop County has none, even after one of the worst wildfires in Texas history last year. Throughout 2011, the county saw 32 fires and lost 37,000 acres and nearly 1,700 homes.
The burn boss said come around this mott, so we're coming around the mott.
Anyone has the right to burn on their own land, as long as there's not a burn ban.
With a burn ban in effect, a professional certified prescribed burn manager can burn during a burn ban.
But to do that or burn elsewhere, you need the know-how.
Not backing just real good, but it's burning a little bit.
And getting the certification to manage the crew of that burn can be tough.
It's 2 sessions of 3 days each. They cost about $400 for each session.
3 years burning experience, 30 burns that they've been on, and 5 that they've been the individual responsible. And that they carry the $1 million, $2 million aggregate liability insurance.
Insurance for your crew can run a couple $1,000s a year. Part of the reason the state's had a hard time recruiting burn managers.
And unless you know that you're going to make money off of it, it's not worth doing it.
4 years ago, in 2008, Texas had 14 burn managers. Thanks to outreach, that number's now gone up to 67.
And we've made a good start.
Now there's a new coalition of 600 volunteers, the Prescribed Burn Alliance of Texas. But without burn managers, there aren't as many fires to set.
Come around here. There you go.
So their goals are grants and government funding to offset the certification cost.
Watch what happens when it hits the grass.
Also working with insurance providers on more affordable coverage.
Double, triple, quadruple the amount of prescribed burning that's going on.
I almost feel the land thanking me.
Yinsky says he took this course needing to learn how to protect his ranch.
Once we get this in, this whole corner ought to be really safe.
But after today, he might be ready to work toward that leadership role, burning even more brush and getting ahead of wildfires across the state.
This is the next step.
Last year, more than 3 million acres burned in Texas. If you want to find out how many fires burned in your county, plus how many homes firefighters saved, you can log on to KXAN.com right now and search our interactive database by county. You can find that on this story on the homepage at KXAN.com. In Edwards County, Josh Hinkle, KXAN News.